Hey guys, how are you? Welcome back to another episode of Toys in My Closet. And today we're taking a look at the G.I. Joe Classified Series action figure of Storm Shadow by Hasbro, of course. And this is a more newer release that some people got almost 8 months ago because they released them in overseas sites. And of course, you know, some of these YouTubers out here that love doing videos and want to be number one and get everything before everybody else, you know, they make sure that they contact people, or they got people that follow them that like helping them out and hooking them up. But in my case, I had pre-ordered it with Amazon, and I guess they started to ship out as of recent. And I got him, as well as I got my Croc Master, which is another figure hopefully I'll be reviewing soon. And you know, it is what it is. But of course, you see that it's still in the window style motif, as all G.I. Joe thus far. Beautiful artwork there on the side, as you can see, of Storm Shadow. We'll take a quick look at him here, and you know, inside the window box opening, and you see that there's more artwork there on the side with him all the way in the top, as you see. Maybe we could zoom back a little bit right there. And this is the newer poster, where you see, you know, Duke, Spirit, Lady J, Flint, Cobra Commander, Major Blood, the Vipers, Firefly, Destro, obviously Storm Shadow, and Snake Eyes. You see the Red Ninjas there, Baroness, Sartan, Officer Troopers there, the Alley Vipers, Croc Master here with the two crocodiles, Scarlet, Gunho, Block, Barbecue, Breaker on the bike, and then you see the G.I. Joe vehicles in the bottom there. And I believe this is supposed to be Kamakura, which is one of the upcoming figs, unless it's Hardmaster, but no one really knows. And the difference between this artwork and the other one is that this artwork it almost has like a 3D look instead of an actual drawing, or a mixture of both, but it looks cool nonetheless. And this is the actual specifications for Storm Shadows, and you can go on the website and it tells you what class and what specifications these symbols stand for. He's number 35 in the line, as you can see in the top is the same, and then legalese in the bottom. So he looks really good in the packaging, and you know, let's see how good he looks outside of the packaging. So sit back, relax, enjoy your digital drink, and hopefully you'll, you know, stay here for the entire ride and see what he has to offer. So we're gonna have a Ninja extravaganza, because you guys know I'm a big Ninja fan. I've been saying this for a very, very long time, and hopefully today I can convey that in this review when you see all the other Ninja figures I have to compare with Storm Shadow. So I'll be right back. So here we have a closer look at Storm Shadow out of box, and immediately when you look at him out of the packaging, you can tell that he's very, very small in comparison to some of the other G.I. Joes, or at least he looks that way to me, right? But you know, he looks very classic Storm Shadow with some modern touches to him. Now, as you can see him here in all of his glory, he is that nice matte white, right? And the real big differences that I can tell you and see right off the back, in comparison to the original classics look, is in the hands here. He usually has an open hand displayed instead of covered hands, in this case, he only has the displayed fingers there, 2 of them. And I believe in the collar area, he... I don't know if the vintage one had that, but I think it was open, where it showed his skin as well. I am going to bring in the 25th anniversary that I have really fast as a quick comparison, so that you guys can kind of see. And this is here, my 25th anniversary, next to Storm Shadow. And you see that, you know, he has kind of like some collar. The 25th anniversary has like a little bit of a collar piece there, but the hands are open. But I don't remember if that's how it was in the actual vintage. And you also notice that it has these lines, which are indications or indentations of lines in gold that outline his gi, even there and there in the shoulders. And then the biggest difference would be obviously in the fact that he doesn't have classic ninja style slippers that he wears. With this, you know, 25th anniversary one, you can see that, you know, it's very vintage, but also modernized in the 3 1/4 inch format. But again, it's supposed to be representative of the vintage. So with Storm Shadow, we start off looking at his face, which is very, very well sculpted. You see it's very nicely done. Really nice stern face, like almost very angry looking in a sense. The, you know, the hood over him looking nice and clean. You can see that he has like some colorings around his eyes. He has this separate hood piece that's supposed to, show that he has a hoodie, but obviously laying back at the moment. He has a very, very clean Cobra logo on his heart or over his heart area. The classic strap around his torso with the belt buckle there painted, and these ninja stars painted really nice in silver or gunmetal silver. The skin tone is very nicely done with the details. You see that he does have these collar pieces supposed to be in the shoulder, and then he has the gloves and guards on the wrist, forearm, that look to be strapped up with actual straps, and those are colored in a more grayish white with some hints of dirt on it, kind of like a wash, because it's supposed to be wraparounds. Same thing on this side with the plates, and then on top of the hands with the gloves and displaying the 2 fingers, like I said. And then there's supposed to be his harness belt going around, which I have to speak on something a little later with the peg there that goes with the sash. That's supposed to look or like his black belt. See the dot lines on the suit everywhere, going down with the wrinkles, and then the wraparounds on his shin guard, with that dirty look, weathering, like to show you that it's supposed to be wraps, like tape or wraps or band-aid, like a band-aid type thing around him. So he looks nice and clean, and very classic, like I said, with nice sculpting in the inner workings of the whites, even though it may be hard to convey here in my camera. But he looks good. He looks very, very nice and very, very Storm Shadowy, right, if you will. So he looks really cool. So now let's take a look at the accessories that he actually came with. So we'll start off with his classic bow arrow, very modernized, with all matte black with the red kind of burgundy look to the handles, with these rubbery straps that's supposed to pull back and give you the illusion that he's pulling back on the arrow to give it resistance, which is very, very cool. Then it comes with an actual single bow arrow, or arrow itself, with again the nice red in the back with the feathers, and the tip is actually black, and there's a way that you can put it through that actual slide that you're supposed to kind of push it in when you're holding it, and Storm Shadow holds it and it actually locks on right there and gives you the illusion that he's shooting it and it pulled back, which is very cool because you don't see that often when they have bow arrows. This is very cool. Then he also brings his two swords. Here's the first one. I believe this is the shorter one, and as you see, it has serpent heads at the end of the sword, which look very cool. Like that matte black, and then the gloss, and then you bring in the second sword, which is a lot longer, or longer than the two you see there, right? And it's the same thing. You have that serpent sculpt in the bottom of the hilt, and then the nice matte metal on the actual swords. This is his crossbow sheath with the sculpted crossbows there, the Rakakashi symbol in that burgundy red right there, and then the actual sheath for the swords with the detailing that pattern outside of the arrow holster, which looks really cool because you can house all the stuff, weapons that he has on there. And this is the sash that goes on the side of his belt, that he's a black belt. And then he has the hood, or secondary hood, like that goes over as on top of the head when he has it on, instead of down, for that display option. So now let's take a quick look at his articulation. And we'll start with his articulation in his head, which obviously goes left and right. It looks down that much, and he looks up that much, which is pretty good. And then he has obviously nice tilt from side to side. He has a double ball peg going inside into his head, in the inside down this way and up the head itself, so it gives you a nice range. Plus you got the left and right movement. On the shoulders he has the the butterfly joint effect. The shoulders for Storm Shadow goes about that much. Obviously they rotate perfectly fine. Bicep swivel, double, and the elbows. I believe he has a separate piece movement here. I think that's because this is a separate piece in the wrist, and then this side of the wrist, I believe his hands go up and down this way, just like his trigger finger or his trigger hand. And then on this side, I think it's the same thing. Or is it in and out? No, it's the same thing. It's up and down. It's the same thing, up and down movement. in the torso area, as you see there. It can go forward that much. It could go backward and hyperextend quite a lot. And then he has the swivel on the waist, the drop down feet or legs that actually give him the ability to do the Van Damme split. Quite honestly, very perfect. And then, which apparently now Thor does it himself, like in the Love and Thunder movie. He has the bicep swivel, or the thigh swivel rather, the double on the knee, boot cut, and then forward, back, and obviously the rocker. So if you want to kick his legs forward for any ninja poses, you can bring the leg up pretty substantial, as you can see. And then you can even bring it back about that much. So it's not bad at all. He is really good as far as his articulation goes. And you're gonna have a lot of good range for him when you have him in display and want to do dynamic poses with, you know, good old Storm Shadow here. Let's zoom in just a little bit. And as you can see, he stands very well on his legs. Nothing seems loose, even though one of the ankle joints was a little loose and prohibited from standing correctly. So let's put on his accessories really fast. So we can start off with the actual arrow holster. Get it here to the back, and what we can do is line it up there with the peg, and then we put it right in there, pass it through. Oh boy, this way. There we go. Just like that. Then we take the small sword, put it on the small sheath, facing the same direction, like so. We're going to take the other bigger sword and do the same thing in the same direction. Then we have the arrow here. There's a little hole there, and you can put the arrow right in there, and it goes right in, and it does like a little kind of minute clicking sound. And then you take the crossbow, and there's a peg right there, and you can match with that right there, and you can put it on, I believe in this, I use this direction. It's not very long, so it can fall off, and as you can see, you can store all of his weapons right on his back. Now for the final piece that he brings is basically his sash, and a lot of people I see keep putting it in the back, but if you know Storm Shadow, he always had it on this side, but it wasn't designed that way. They kind of did it backwards on the other side, but you can twist this way, right? And this piece here looks like the front buckle. You take the piece for the sash belt piece, right, and you peg it in the hole like so, and then you're gonna see that he has it right on the side, but it's going to look more accurate to the way it's supposed to, because Storm Shadow's sash, and I'll bring in again the classics for comparison, always sits there on the side, nowhere else. And then of course, if you want to see what it looks like with the hoodie, what you do is you pop off this head remove this, then you take the head there on the side that has the bigger, and you just kind of slide it in like so, just like that. You see that it fits right in, and then you bring it over and pop in the head. Like so, and this popped out, sorry, and voila, there you go. You have Storm Shadow now with his hooded helmet or hood over his head, looking all Storm Shadowy with a little bit of modern take again, like I said, even though he still looks very, very much classic. And I think he looks cool either way. Obviously, you know, our preferred way is basically to have him, you know, with the classic look, but it is nice that we have the option in this case, right, with the ability of being more modernized, and you know, with the ability of being able to you know, remove things, and with the technology of today with these 12 you know, 6-inch interpretations of G.I. Joe, to give it more of a you know, give us more display options. So he looks really cool, like I said. So now we'll go into some ninja comparisons and we'll go from there. So here we are. I think it's only fitting that we start off the first comparison with none other than all of the 3 1/4 inch Storm Shadows that I actually own and have, from obviously different factions and cartoon lines. Like, for example, this is the 25th anniversary, and that's the one that was for Pursuit of Cobra, if I'm not mistaken, based off the movie line. This is one you know, that was made like a Desert Storm style one, and he looks fantastic. Very different and unique, with all the stars, with all the blades in the back, as you can see, and even a real chainmail on his Tomfuss. And then the one all the way in the back is a new classic one from the last line that came out, and then this one here is from, I believe it's G.I.joe Resolute, the way they came out in that cartoon itself. And you know, this is just, again, the ninjas that I have of Storm Shadow for the 3 1/4 inch G.I. Joe line. So going forward now, I'll show you all other ninjas from other lines that I have, including more ninjas from G.I. Joe 3 3/4 inch line, so you guys can see. Okay, and here I have, to fill out the ranks, more 3 1/4 inch G.I. Joes from G.I. Joe's you know, line. And over here, as you see, I have the actual Kamakura that was from the movie line that came out with the first movie, but he looks like a teal blue, as opposed to that money green. But you see I have Kamakura right there. Then I have also the teal. This is the Cobra Ninja Viper in teal from 25th anniversary. I have the Red Ninja from 25th anniversary. The staff. Of course, we have none other than, you know, the amazing female ninja from 25th anniversary as well. We have none other than Jinx. She's looking very majestic. And then on here we have the red ninja from one of the movie lines. We have another gray ninjas from one of the lines that came afterwards. I don't know if it was Pursuit of Cobra or Renegades. I don't even remember, to be quite honest, because there's been so many. And then this one was from the movie line. This is a different type of looking ninja. This is the red Fang Ninja, which looks really cool and different, but still a ninja also. Just like the black one here. So as you can see, there are many different ninjas, and the 3.5 inch scale. So we'll keep moving right along. Okay guys, so here we have other storm shadows. Obviously, as you see here on your left, or my left, your right. No, my left, your right. No, your left, your left. My left, your left. You know what I mean. This is the Sideshow's collectible Storm Shadows. It's a little bit dated, but it's still very awesome and very sought after figure. And then I have the Amazon exclusive Shadow Arctic Storm Shadow, as you can see. So very different, but still very close to the interpretation of the classic Storm Shadow in its own right. So let's move right along. And here we have the G.I.joe classified Red Ninja next to the Marvel Legends Hand Fist Red Ninja. And you can see they look very different, but also have a lot of cool features that reminisce one another. And here we have Storm Shadow next to some Articulated Icons Ninja. Here's the white one, and here is my favorite of all the ninjas I have, purple. Now, I was going to make this one into a Storm Shadow homemade, but I decided, nah, I'll just leave it alone, because I really like those Articulated Icon figures. But that's what they look like next to each other. They scale kind of nicely, even though I do have Storm Shadow in a crouch position. So let's check out some more. And here we have him next to a Ninja Spawn by McFarlane Toys. And obviously the Masters of the Universe Classics Ninja, which is the Motu Ninja, of course, as we know it. And there is another good ninja version of this character, but a good version in white in the Motu Classics too. I have him, but he's put away, so that's why I don't have him here right now. And here he is to the Power Rangers Lightning Collection Ninja Turtles with Blue Ranger Donatello. And of course, the Playmates, I believe, Nickelodeon cartoon Donatello. As you guys know, Donatello is my favorite ninja of the Turtles. So you see there's a pair of ninjas there from mutated in different eras and different cartoons, but still look pretty cool next to each other. And here we have him to the Storm Collectibles Mortal Kombat 1 Scorpion Ninja. And obviously the red Cyrax, and I believe, I forgot what the name of the red ninja is, but from Storm Collectibles also, it's the Robotic Ninja. I forgot, I think it's not Cyrax. Cyrax is the yellow one, but you guys know who he is. And there he is, standing to the two Storm Collectibles. And here I have him next to the NECA The Boys Noir Ninja, as you see. And then the Overwatch Hasbro Overwatch Collection. I believe his name is Jinx, is it? Oh man, I forget, but it's something like that. But you guys know who the character is. Right there from Overwatch. And here he is next to the Robots, Bandai Robots something line, Pacific Rim. think it's specifically Pacific Rim 2. I forget the name of the robot, its name, but he's a ninja robot next to him. And next to the Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat 11 from McFarlane Toys. So there you see how they share a different size scale, but I have him kind of in a pose crouching down. So, but there he is right there. And last but certainly not least, we have him next to the Power Rangers Lightning Collection White Ninja Tommy figure with ninja outfit, actual ninja outfit. And next to the recently Power Ranger show, I think it's Dino Force Red Ninja, as you can see there, looking very majestic. And this how they look, and they're made by Hasbro, and they're all on the same scale. So you see how nice they look on the shelf next to each other, even though they're from completely different factions and toy lines. And just for fun, here we have them next to the McFarlane Toys Arkham Knight Deathstroke, and to the DC, I believe DC Direct Deathstroke from the DC line, DC Collectibles. And that's Deathstroke, which he's supposed to be a ninja, you know, and an assassin at the same time. So I consider him kind of a ninja. So this is what he looks like next to each other, just so that you guys can get an idea. Well, guys, there you have it. There is my personal look and review on the brand new G.I. Joe Classified Series Storm Shadow. Now, Storm Shadow was long in coming, and you know, we were desperately needing him, and you know, people wanted him really badly, and finally we got him. And I have to be honest, I think that, you know, he fits the bill and fits it well. I mean, he is very well done, very well executed, very well represented, keeping the aesthetics of the original, even though it's got a modern look to it as well. And I think with all the pieces that he comes with, as far as accessories and weapons go, and you know, the colors, the interchangeability for posability, and even you know, how well his joints feel, how well he moves, so you can pose him up. Any G.I. Joe fan, and the fact that this is a very well beloved character from G.I. Joe. From the very beginning, no one that will pick him up that is a Joe fan, whether you've been on the fence or hesitant with Classified series, is going to be, I believe, let down. They're not going to regret it. You're not going to be let down. You're definitely going to be happy that you added them onto your collection. And to be honest, with this price point of $24.99, with all the things that he brings and all the cool, you know, playability factor that he has, you can't go wrong. So I give him a thumbs up. I highly recommend them. So I hope you enjoyed the review, guys, and as always, share it with someone you think might like it. Give me a thumbs up if you liked it. Give me a thumbs down if you didn't like it. As always, leave me down in your comments below how you feel or what you think about my, you know, thoughts on Snake Eyes. And also, if you can, please remember, guys, that you can find me on any social media platform out there. If you want to follow what I do, it's all down in the description below, whether it's Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, or even online gaming sites, you know, through consoles and stuff like that. You can always help me out in any way, shape, or form if you can, if you want to, if you have the means to it, if you just want to do something nice for me from the kindness of your heart. There is a way to do it, and it's all down in the description below as well, with my Patreon and my PayPal information. And if you want to donate anything or would like to donate anything, to the channel for me to highlight it, showcase it, review it, whatever the case is, it may be. It would be more than a pleasure for me to do so, and I would be honored to do so. And it's all easy. You can just, you know, hit me up on one of those social media platform DMs and let me know what it is, and we'll work out the particulars. So guys, really fast, I'll let you go into the next one, right? With a Toys in My Closet extravaganza and episode. And I'll see you guys real soon. Love you guys, and keep collecting. Have fun doing it, but remember, be considerate to others while doing what we love, because we're still in trying times. Bye-bye, guys.